do a quick video on this 93 GS300 that my girlfriend drifts. I've been building this car over the last couple of years. As everyone kind of knows, a lot of the more classic drift cars are getting more and more expensive. So you got to start looking for these more budget-oriented chassis to get it into it without spending $20,000 on your first build. As you can see, it's definitely not a automatic anymore. We are utilizing a Willwood reverse throw clutch pedal. Kind of get an idea how that's set up in there. It is a R154 brand new transmission that we got from Drift Motion a couple years ago. Defi EFI gauge for just various readings and feedback from the ECU. A proportioning valve for the inline master cylinder hydraulic handbrake system. A couple clips of the car driving here. Just a quick rundown on the setup. Excuse the broken fan shroud. This car was in a few accidents over the years where the fan shroud got sucked in and the blades kind of caught it a little bit. This is a very basic setup. It's a eBay 6262 turbo. This has been running strong now for about 3 or so years. So you can see that I am utilizing a gutted distributor with just a cap that I got from Excessive. It's a factory 2JZ NA motor more or less with a GTE head gasket. I'm using Yaris coil packs. Now when I did put this car together, I utilized a lot of parts that were from old builds that I'll kind of cover at another time. This is just a knockoff tile blow-off valve. Bought a cheap flange, welded it on. Power steering reservoir, just welded some fittings to it. Kind of obviously got to fix that a little bit. It's very jankily held in at the moment. That's something that is going to be revised when I pull this head off to do the head gasket over the next couple of days. The intake manifold is just one of those eBay units you can get offline for about $80. I then TIG welded it to the factory GE loader and welded shut the EGR holes. This is just a generic Ford style throttle body with a Toyota TPS. I'm running a Link ECU with Dishworks 1000cc injectors. Now again, I was able to utilize most of the factory harness in doing this to save money on cost. We were really trying to keep the budget low on this car as we bought it for $350. Now you're gonna have one ignition signal for the first coil off the factory setup. What you then do is run from your power out of the factory distributor setup here. You're gonna distribute that to all 6 of your coils. Then making a sub harness here, you'll be able to get pins and put them into the factory plug that's on your NA Toyota harness. This is a plug and play Link ECU. Now, excuse the mess. What we just did was pin it right into the header here, as it is the same exact plug as a GTE. So we're using a TurboSmart wastegate. Due to space reasons, I routed it up through the hood because if I put it downwards or be right up against the steering rack here. Now on one of my other cars, I have it routed in a similar direction, and it really heats up the fluid and the seals in the rack, resulting in like almost annual rack failures. It's super frustrating. So like I said, this is used for drifting, and we wanted it to be pretty safe. So what we did was went ahead and made a 6-point roll cage, harnesses, safety padding on the driver's side, everything basically to pass tech at most tracks in A group. For the back of this thing, I utilize a lot of SC300 and MK4 Supra parts. Basically from the doors rearward, it's very similar chassis-wise. That's how we were able to get a decent contact patch out of the rear of this car. Again, going on with the used parts theme, this is a exhaust that is like partially from a Cressida and just like a series of pipes that I bought over the years. The front end with braking and steering, it's LS400 sort of budget big brake kit, and an easy knuckle, just quick angle kit, which is one of the things I'm also changing out. The car is also on adjustable front upper control arms, BC Racing coilovers all around with 22K springs in the front and 12K springs in the rear. That allows the front end to kind of stay pretty planted, as it is a very big and wide car. It likes to sway a lot. We do run the factory front sway bar on it currently. I try to run the sway bar on pretty much all of my cars, as I feel the driving feedback is a lot better. Thanks for checking out this quick video. Let me know down in the comments if there's anything else you'd like to know about this build or current setup, and if there's anything else you'd like to see moving forward.